Hi guys, in this video we're going to be looking at indicial equations. So we've been on the series on indices, and in this particular video we'll be looking at indicial equations. You can go to my playlist to check out all the videos before this particular one. So what is an indicial equation? Indicial equations are equations that can be solved by applying one or more laws of indices. So whenever you're solving indicial equations, you have to apply one or more laws of indices. Remember, solving an equation means finding the value of the unknown or finding the value of the variable. The variable is an alphabet. The alphabet is actually a number that we do not know yet. So for us to solve indicial equations, we need to apply one or more laws of indices. So when solving indicial equations, two situations can arise. So one is when the variable is a base. There are some situations while solving indicial equations, the variable, which is the alphabet, will be a base. In other situations, the variable is a power. So the way you go about solving the equations depends on these two situations. So based on these two situations, we're going to solve two examples. The first one is n to the power of minus 2 all over 3 is equal to 9. The second question is 10 to the power of minus 3x is equal to 1 all over 1000. So in this first question, the variable is a base. But in this second question, the variable is a power or an exponent. So let's solve the two situations together. A. We have n to the power of minus 2 all over 3 is equal to 9. So whenever you have a situation where the variable is a base, what you aim at is trying to make this exponent to be equal to 1. Remember, any number to the power of 1 is that number. Any alphabet to the power of 1 is that alphabet. So we want to find the value of n. And in order to find the value of n, we need to make sure that n has a power of 1 because n to the power of 1 is n. This will help us to have n is equal to whatever we have on the right. So that is what we are aiming for. The next question is, how do we make the exponent here to become 1? What you need to do is, whatever exponent you see here, multiply both sides by the inverse of that exponent. So the exponent we have here is minus 2 over 3. The inverse will be minus 3 all over 2. So we are going to raise both sides of the equation to minus 3 over 2. So this will be n to the power of minus 2 over 3 multiplied by minus 3 over 2 is equal to 9 to the power of minus 3 over 2. Okay. Next, minus multiplied by minus is going to give us plus. On the left, 2 is going to cancel out 2, and 3 is going to cancel out 3. So this will give us n to the power of 1 is equal to 9 to the power of minus 3 all over 2. And we know that n to the power of 1 is n. This means that n is equal to, applying the laws of indices, we know that when we have an indices that has a negative, this negative means the inverse of this value. So n is equal to 1 all over 9 to the power of 3 all over 2. So with this, we have erased the negative. Next, we know that when we have a fractional exponent, the 3 here is a power, while the 2 as a denominator is a root. So we are going to apply that. So this means n is equal to 1 all over square root of 9 to the power of 3. So what would that give us? 1 all over, what is the square root of 9? The square root of 9 is 3. So we have 3 to the power of 3. Finally, n is equal to 3 to the power of 3 is 3 multiplying itself 3 times. 3 multiplied by 3, 9. 9 multiplied by 3, 27. This means that n is equal to 1 all over 27. This is the simple answer to this question. Okay, so let's go to the next one, B. We have 10 to the power of minus 3x is equal to 1 all over 1000. So in this situation, the variable is not a base, but a power. So when we have this situation, all we need to do is ensure that the bases are the same. So when the bases are the same, the rule states that equate the powers. But here the base is 10, but here we have 1 all over 1000. But 1 all over 1000 is the same thing as 1000 to the power of minus 1, because minus means inverse. So 1 all over 1000 is the same thing as 1000 to the power of minus 1. So we can replace this with this. So we have 10 to the power of minus 3x is equal to 1000 to the power of minus 1. But we also know that 1000 is the same thing as 10 to the power of 3, correct? Because 10 is going to multiply itself 3 times to give you 1000. So 10 to the power of minus 3x is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3, because the 3 is going to multiply minus 1 to give you minus 3. So now we can see that the bases are the same. Therefore, since the bases are the same, we can simply equate the powers. So this means minus 3x is equal to minus 3. Next, to get the value of x, we divide both sides by minus 3. So we divide here by minus 3, and we divide here by minus 3. On the left, minus 3 will cancel out minus 3. We have x is equal to minus 3 divided by minus 3 is going to give us 1. This means that the value of x is equal to 1. Very simple. So I'd like to give you a classwork to confirm that you understood the topic. Classwork. Solve for x in 7 to the power of x is equal to 49. I'd like to see your answer to this question in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more maths content. See you in the next video. Bye.